We gather today to share words of praise, words of honor, words of gratitude and thanks, as we recall with a beloved daughter, a beloved mother, a beloved sister, a beloved grandmother, Grammy, a beloved aunt, a beloved cousin, and friend, Rhonda Ethel Wachs. Rhonda has departed from this world too soon, with more to do, more to share, and we all sit here in shock as she passed just the day after her 69th birthday. But today we gather here to remember her with love. Rhonda has left behind many in mourning, the apples of her eye, her boys, Zach and his wife Lindsay, and Jason, and the diamonds in her crown, her grandchildren Jackson and William, her brother Jeffrey and Susan, adoring nieces and nephews, cousins and friends. We know that she now joins her parents of blessed memory, Miriam and Bert, and all those who have gone before. There's a tradition, as today is Friday, that every Friday there's a special section from the Bible that children recite to honor their mother, called Eshet Chayil, a woman of strength and valor. And I think it's appropriate, as we recall Rhonda, to recite some verses from that, because we know that she was truly a woman of valor and strength, and that her boys were her life. Eshet Chayil miyam tzavraka b'mne michra batak balebala v'shala lo yaksar. What a precious find is a woman of valor. Her worth is far beyond rubies. She opens up her hand to the needy and extends her hand to the poor. She is clothed with strength and splendor. She looks to the future cheerfully and opens her mouth with wisdom. Her tongue is guided by kindness. She oversees the activities of her household. She never eats the bread of idleness. Her children come forward and bless her. Charm is deceitful and beauty vain, but a God-fearing woman is much to be praised. Extol her for the fruit of her hand, and wherever people gather, her deeds will speak her praise. And they most certainly do. At this point, we have two very special tributes. We're going to call up Rhonda's sons, Zach and Jason.
Well, this experience has left me to ponder many things. Love, happiness, the truly fleeting nature of life. I feel that we are imperfect by design, perhaps to make the adventure more interesting. We laugh, we wander and wonder. We love, struggle, trust, learn, forget. We hurt, succeed and fail. We feel anger, confusion, joy. On and on and on we live. And that's the point, to live. To live, to experience, to find peace and happiness, to pass on what's important. And in death, we are reminded how excruciatingly temporary this is. And if you're not careful, you miss it. I learned a lot of life's most important lessons from my mom. In her own unique way, she truly blessed me with these gifts. I love her for it. My mom enjoyed visiting me. It always seemed to have a kugel stashed in her suitcase. Sometimes pickled vegetables, matzo balls, always a surprise. She also seemed to think I was perpetually in need of yet another pair of sweatpants. So I often think of her browsing TJ Maxx. There was never any shortage of love from Mom. She would do anything for us, just anything. No questions asked. As Jason and I were her light, her grandchildren were her way. Just unconditional love. She taught me what's truly important in life, how to tune in and tune out, what to grab onto and what to let go of, to connect, listen, and be vulnerable, ask for help, give, and when you think you can't give anymore, go a little bit farther. Be a learner and never stop. Be an explorer, experience the world, but also the intimate spaces which sit closest. Stay grounded, be practical, get excited and feel joy. Be honest with yourself and with those closest to you. Find peace and happiness and never let it stray too far. Recognize when you need to reset. And perhaps most importantly, don't hesitate to smuggle previously frozen baked goods in your suitcase. Happiness. She taught me how to be really, truly happy and how to love. This was her greatest gift, a timeless gift, and one that didn't come without an incredible amount of struggle. Thank you, Mom. I really, truly hope you are at peace now. That's all I've ever wanted for you. You will be dearly missed. Know that we are okay. You did a great job. We love you.
Aside from being born a Cleveland Browns fan, I consider myself to be a pretty lucky guy. Thanks to many of you all, I've been fortunate enough to grow up in an incredibly caring and supportive community that has provided me opportunities that most children never have. However, the thing that I consider most fortunate to have had in my life is the unconditional love and support of my mother. While we may have had an argument or two throughout our time, not once was there a moment where I questioned whether or not she loved me, and I always knew that she was trying to do what was best for me, regardless of what sacrifice it required of her. Her ability to let me know how loved I am has been the driving factor in so many of the happy memories that I have and the successes that we have achieved. She made sure that I knew no matter how I screwed up, I sure have done that a lot, that I would always be loved and supported. The degree of confidence that gives a child to take risks and shoot for the stars can't be put into words. She taught me that with a little hard work and by treating people well, you can do anything in life. The first way that she did this was by being a great host. Whether it was making holidays special by hosting family and friends, or simply stocking the basement freezer with endless bagel bites and DiGiorno's for my friends, she always made our house a place where people gathered and we had a good time. With this, she taught me the value of community. Another way that she showed her love was by encouraging me to try new things. While many of these efforts that weren't connected to sports failed, that is no fault of hers. Despite a painful first summer at Camp Wise, she convinced me to go back. And there are few things in life that I'm more grateful of than that encouragement. She got me to try piano. She encouraged me in playing the drums despite my inability to keep a beat, and even got me to join a traveling acting group called Odyssey of the Minds. I bet most of you didn't know about that one. With this, she taught me the value of diversity of experience. One more way that she showed her love was by sending me away. What I mean by that is that she knew that by doing things like going to camp each summer, visiting those camp friends on weekends, going on an exchange program, or taking a gap year before college, I would gain experiences that I could not by staying at home all the time. With this, she taught me the value of diversity and perspective. These are just a few of the many incredible lessons and memories in my life that never would have been possible without her love and support. What makes me sad right now is that I hope to one day provide for her many of the incredible life opportunities that she sacrificed for to make possible for me. Mom, what I can promise is that I will do everything that I can to make the most of the opportunities that you provided for me through the sacrifices that you made by living my life to the fullest and trying to bring as much joy as possible to others as you would. I love you.
Everyone would agree that our Rhonda was special. A gute neshama, a good soul, generous and caring, always there. Nephew Ben shared with me that her superpower was making everyone feel appreciated and loved. Intelligent, thoughtful, and understanding, she was always there for you and knew just what you needed. Whether it was her homemade matzo ball soup, as Zach talked about, or just the right call or text. She wasn't shy. She was outgoing. She was comfortable with who she was. She was genuine. Rhonda had the best smile and a laugh that we will never forget. The hostess with the mostest, always making everyone feel welcome. For Rhonda, being a mother was number one, the most important thing in her life. As you already heard, the sacrifices and always putting her boys first. And oh, how she loved her grandchildren. Family was number one in Rhonda's life. Her older brother Jeff shared with me that you were friends from the beginning until the end, that you loved each other dearly. And you told me yet you appreciated how she worked to keep the family so close. You grew up in the Heights. Rhonda graduated from Heights High, went on to OU, and then transferred to Kent State, where she graduated. Then she got her master's in social work and began her long career in mental health. She worked with all different types of clients, all ages, all stages, in all different fields of mental health, from adults to children to seniors. Clinical work at Belfair, working in the county with cases of sexual abuse and so many others. Finally on staff at the Cleveland Clinic during the pandemic. And then she just started her own private practice, Psych Life Balance, where many clients followed her from social service agency to her private work. Rhonda dedicated her life to helping others. She wanted to have a positive impact on the world, and she certainly did help people. Cousin Shelley shared with me, you told me that Rhonda was your big cousin and that you worshiped her, how great she was, like an older sister to you, how you always looked up to her. And you're grateful how good she was to your own parents, to her aunt and uncle, and how your family shared the care of Aunt Sylvia and Uncle Alex, how amazing a caregiver Rhonda was, because she always made it a priority to take care of others. You loved spending the holidays together, and how you spent them both with the Roth side of the family and the Wachs side of the family. You already heard from the boys she was the ultimate mother, loving you unconditionally, accepting you for who you were. She'd do anything for you. She worked hard to give you everything, school, house, overnight camp, sacrificing and prioritizing for you. And she was so proud of you, proud of the men that you have become, Zach, along with Lindsay, your family and career, and Jason moving out to LA and working for YouTube. Her involvement in the school district and politics is also a result and sign of how she was such an amazing mother, would do anything for you. She fought fiercely for the Mayfield School District levy. She chaired the committee to build the new science wing. She won the News Herald Mother of the Year. She even dipped into politics, running for the school board. She was the ultimate Grammy, a devoted and loving grandmother. Jackson and William gave her the greatest joy in the world. She loved the calls and the FaceTimes, the visits, always sending gifts and things down to Georgia. And when you were together, she loved to read to the grandchildren, going out to play in the park or on the playground. She was a hands-on Grammy, getting down on the floor, always playing with the kids. And when she flew to see you, I already heard about all the delicacies that security probably sniffed and tried to get a bite of. A great cook and baker, everything that she made was delicious and homemade. Matzo ball soup, lakshan kugel, carrot kugel, chicken parm, and when she hosted, everything was just right. She knew exactly what you wanted, and as Jeff and Susan shared that if you were driving into town to stay with her, you arrived at any hour of the night or the morning. Rhonda was always ready with a delicious meal all laid out, and she made sure to have those Cleveland bagels and cream cheese packed up for you for your 6-hour drive home. Rhonda always tried to please each and every person, all of us, her friends and family. Her niece and nephews, Sarah and Ben, shared with me that some of your best memories were time spent with your aunt. Thanksgiving, staying with Aunt Rhonda, how she'd have everything just right, or having family time and going shopping or just building snowmen. Ben, you spent time living up here in Cleveland during an internship, and it was so special to have that time with your aunt. Rhonda worked hard to keep the family together. She did the same with all of her friendships, and I think that's evident for all of us here and those watching online. She had that special ability to maintain connections and to continue to reach out and sustain friendships that most of us don't have. She was a good friend, the best. Her oldest friend, Susie, who goes back to second grade, from days when you would walk to each other's houses and walk to Cumberland Pool on days like today in the summer. When Rhonda's mom, Miriam, would give you both manicures. You shared that Rhonda was always there for me, a concerned friend, that when you had any trouble or were sick, Rhonda would call, come over, and of course bring chicken soup. And was so special to be included in all the family holiday celebrations, breakfast and Thanksgiving. Rebecca, another dear and close friend, was just over to Rhonda's for Memorial Day with her husband David. That's what Rhonda did. She took care of you, a hostess with the mostess. Rebecca, you shared with me that you met Rhonda on your first day of work. Pulling into the new parking lot and walking into the office for the first time, Rhonda was there with a big smile. She greeted you and asked, "Are you Rebecca?" She made such a warm and welcome first impression more than 30 years ago that it stuck. You call Rhonda your oldest new friend and shared how she was always a thoughtful and caring friend, always checking in on you. Working together in mental health, you told me she was very well respected and sought after. You shared how Rhonda was caring and sympathetic both to her clients and as well to her coworkers, dedicated to helping others find balance in their lives, and that she herself was into holistic wellness. We all know that Judaism and the Jewish community was an important part of Rhonda's life. She also loved the outdoors, gardening with her neighbor, walking outside, going to festivals in the area and the wineries, listening to outdoor live music in the summer, and of course, she loved to read. It's really hard to believe that she's gone. All the family and friends that I spoke with this week shared the same comment with me. Everyone was so sorry that they weren't able to tell Rhonda how much she meant to them, to reciprocate the love and the care that she devotedly gave to each and every one of you, the attention that she showered on you. But Rhonda knew. She knew how much you appreciated her generous and kind spirit. She felt your love and gratitude in other ways. You made her whole, and she loved you for it. And that's why she kept sharing it with you. We can all truly say that she will be missed. Now we have to rejoice in her good name, remember her love, her spirit, her smile, and her life. May Rhonda's name always bring blessings. Tehi Zichrono Baruch, and we say, Amen. Please rise as Cantor Schiffman leads us in the memorial prayer, the El Male Rachamim.
El Male Rachamim, Shochein B'Meromim, Hametzei Menucha Nechona Tachat Kanfei HaShechina B'malot Kedoshim V'Tehorim Kizohar Harakia Mazirim En Nishmat Shoshana Bat Binyamim Umirka Shiarcha Le'Yolama B'Gan Eden Tehei Menuchata Ahanam Balarachamim Hastireh Abesedek Nafecha Le'Yolamim Utzeror B'Tzeror Achaim Nishmatam Adonai Unachalatam V'tanuach V'shalom Al Mishkava V'nomar Amen.
Exalted, compassionate God, grant infinite rest in her sheltering presence among the holy and pure to the soul of our Shoshana, Rhonda Ethel Wachs, who has gone to her eternal home. Merciful One, we ask for a loved one find perfect peace in your eternal embrace. May she merit the reward for living life the right way, filled with righteousness, kindness, and love. May her soul be bound up in the bond of life, and may she rest in peace. And we say, Amen. We can be seated. Following the service, interment will follow at Mount Sinai Cemetery on Som Center Road. And then the family will be receiving friends at the home of Shelley Roth and Bruce Schwartz, 2751 Chesterton Road in Shaker Heights. And they'll be sitting today following the burial until 5:30 p.m. Those who wish to contribute in her memory may do so to Planned Parenthood or Camp Wise, care of the Mandel Jewish Community Center.
your eyes.
צדק לפניו יהלך וישם לדרך ועמל. צדק לפניו יהלך וישם לדרך ועמל.
Servant will be at the Mount Sinai Cemetery. We ask that those who are going to that service, please return to your cars, put on your lights and your headlights and your air conditioning. Those who are not may be parked on this side, can exit out through the lobby. Okay? Thank you for attending.
It's unfortunate that you need to